Can climbing for 30 days transform not just your body, but your entire outlook on fitness? Staying active is key to good health, but traditional gyms, they're hard to stick with. 67% of gym memberships go unused. That's why I turned climbing. Research shows climbers stay more motivated because it's not just fitness, it's problem solving, mental focus, and community. I started wondering, could climbing be the key to reaching my fitness goals? I wanted something challenging but fun enough to avoid burnout. Like many, I want to build strength and feel more confident.
So if climbing is so motivating and effective, why haven't I been doing it regularly?
Of all people, you'd think that a coach, trainer, and climbing YouTuber would be climbing regularly. But on the contrary, I found it hard to spend my free time training. It's like staying late at the office instead of going home to my wife and dog. But that hasn't always been the case, and I've seen the sport change people's lives. Maybe it can do the same to mine if I dedicate the time.
There's only one way to find out, by committing fully.
I'm taking a benchmark on day 1 of this challenge to see if I can see any significant changes in my body during the challenge.
So my total weight is 149 pounds with 22.1% fat and 109.2 pounds of muscle.
I'm also measuring my pull-up and grip strength since those are key to climbing.
So let's go ahead and do my left hand first.
I was able to pull 75 pounds on my left hand and 85 pounds on my right hand. For pulling strength, I'm measuring my 1 rep max. At my peak, I've managed 15 pounds, but after going down in weight a couple of times, I landed on 5 pounds for this test. And yes, editor Sarah sees a little kip in the knees to finish the movement.
Hopefully in 30 days, I'll be stronger and these measurements will reflect that.
It became evident in the first week that climbing consistently is not going to be easy.
I woke up this morning immediately with like a billion reasons why I should not climb today.
Climbing is a full body workout, but what a lot of people may not know is that it's also really hard on your fingers, elbows, and shoulder tendons, especially when you're getting into it for the first time, or you're like me and haven't been consistent. Tendons are the party crashers of climbing. They show up uninvited and demand all the attention. If your tendons are overworked, you can get injured, so it's important to listen to your body and take the extra rest day if needed.
Sometimes I think it's hard for me to tell if it's my tendons that are talking to me or if it's actually my mind playing tricks. But I think I may have figured out a way to quiet the mind so I can listen to my body.
In my experience, going to the gym and getting started is the hardest part of the mental blocks. So if I can get past that, I should be able to sort out whether or not climbing is a good idea or if I should take an extra rest day. How do I do that? Whether I feel like it or not, I go to the climbing gym as planned. Then, after warming up, I reevaluate to see how climbing feels.
Today when I woke up, I felt like really creaky and my tendons didn't feel good, but I came anyway, and after the warm up, I'm actually feeling pretty good. So I'm gonna do a full training session.
If I don't feel good after the warm-up, then I can choose to end the session, or I could do a light climbing day instead. I developed back and hip issues from playing basketball and soccer during my teenage years, which made it hard to enjoy things like hiking. In my early 20s, I discovered climbing, a low-impact sport that helps me get stronger and ease the hip pain over time. However, turning my hobby into a job took a toll, and after nearly 2 years of not training regularly, the hip pain has started to come back. Hence, this challenge is really important for me. But more than a quick fix, I knew I needed something I could stick with for the long haul. I've tried fitness kicks before, but they always burn out fast. Climbing isn't something I want to force myself to do. It's something I want to be part of my life for years to come.
But staying consistent isn't just about showing up. If I want this journey to be sustainable, I need to feel stoked about being here.
The first thing I learned that really helped me stay stoked is focusing on a project. A project is any route that takes multiple attempts to send. For me, a route that takes a couple of weeks seems to be the sweet spot. It takes long enough to stay excited going to the gym regularly, but it's short enough that it's not too hard to hold my attention either.
Okay, so pretty easy hold right here. Really good stop. Small hold, yes. I need to get my left foot over here. I go small hold, and then left feet out again. I'm gonna go up, up, over, bump, finish. I think it'll be really fun.
I don't project every session, but my training tends to focus on the strength and skills I need for the project. For example, if my project has really small holds and requires a lot of balance, I'll train grip strength and balance on those days I don't touch the project. I learned this drill a few years back from a competition coach and have since taught it to many other climbers. It builds upper body strength while climbing, so it's more fun than pull-ups and weightlifting. It's called the lock-off, and I find it really fun and effective.
I'm already noticing a difference because I am so excited to be in the gym right now. I'm making moves, like yes, I've still got a lot of progress to go, but the closer I get to the end of this project, just the more stoked I'm feeling. There are less days where I struggle to come here. Like I haven't been feeling like I don't want to be here. I've been feeling excited to come. I'm so close. I'm so close.
A big challenge with climbing gyms, however, is that routes get reset, so you don't always have the chance to work on it until it's finished. When the route was reset, I felt like the rug had been pulled out from under me, leaving me questioning if the effort was for nothing.
If I were climbing outside, I know that the project would still be there, which is really the problem or the challenge with indoor climbing is they get reset.
I considered outdoor projects, but those don't offer the same motivation to get me to the gym regularly. So I needed something that could give me the excitement of a project at the gym, but without the fear of it being reset.
And that's when it hit me, the answer to my question all along, training boards. I could climb a project on a training board.
Boards have handholds permanently installed that never move. You use an app to select the route that you want to work on, and the applicable holds light up. Essentially, these routes are available forever, and you can even access them at different gyms equipped with the same boards.
I can't believe that I didn't think about this earlier. They have permanent challenges that aren't going to be reset every single month, and they're here in the gym, so I don't have to go trudge outside to find them.
I used them a couple of times in the past for training, but I hadn't used them for projecting until now.
So today, instead of wandering the gym looking for a route that's going to be reset in a couple of weeks, I decided to get on some hard stuff on the boards. And a nice thing about it is I could get on some really hard stuff. I'm pretty excited about it.
However, even with the excitement of training boards and the challenge of projecting, I hit a point where the mental fatigue started creeping in. Climbing regularly isn't just a physical challenge, it's an emotional and mental one too. There are days where I feel drained, and the idea of another session feels more like a chore than something I love. Staying motivated when progress feels slow or when I'm simply tired is harder than I expected. I started to wonder how I could keep this up for the long haul without burning out. That's when I realized something had to change. So I started breaking up my training with fun climbing days with friends. No projects, no pressure, just enjoying the movement and the social side of climbing.
Okay, I just popped a 1 onto the kilter board, so I'm gonna go do that. Just have some fun here. Probably nothing hard today.
These sessions feel completely different. The energy, the laughter, the support of someone who really does want you to succeed and feel good. It reminded me why I fell in love with climbing in the first place. These days keep me grounded and help me push through the hard ones.
Okay, so today is day 30. It's the last training day of the challenge. So I'm gonna do a warm up and then I'm gonna remeasure everything before I get too tired. That way I can be at full strength. And hopefully we will see an increase in grip strength, pulling strength. Body fat is down almost 0.3%. Muscle mass is down by almost a full pound. So over the last 30 days, I've lost a pound of muscle. That's interesting. But I've also lost weight. Okay, so essentially little to no changes have been made to my body by climbing regularly. Let's see if strength gains is the same way. Hopefully not. I really want some strength gains here. What I used last time. Hopefully I can get a little bit stronger than I did last time when my hope, I would love to get 10 pounds, but even 7.5 pounds would be considered a win. So we'll see. I think I could do higher than that. 10 pounds. This is double what I did on day 1, right? I got my chin over. I got my chin over. I got my chin over. I didn't tip, I moved my legs. But I am so happy right now because I doubled the weight that I could do in 30 days, doing no pull-ups, just climbing.
As I crossed the finish line of this 30-day challenge, I realized that what I initially wanted was straightforward, to climb regularly and see some physical improvements. And I did. I lost weight and built strength. But along the way, I discovered something much more meaningful. My passion for climbing was reignited. This challenge reminded me why I love this sport and how it fuels my desire to keep it a lasting part of my life.
But more than that, I'm leaving this challenge feeling like climbing is more than just something I do in sprints. I'm gonna do this sustainably, something that I'm gonna do for the rest of my life.
If you're inspired to try climbing, good news. It's pretty easy to get started, but most people worry they'll look like a fool at the gym for the first time. So check out this video where I walk you through everything you need to know on day one. Let's get you climbing confidently from the start.